Oh, hello. I didn't realize that the camera was on. Well, uh, hi. I'm Nathan. This is my first attempt at directing my narrative to the outside world. Looks like my mouth is slanted. It is a little bit. I think everybody has a crooked mouth. That's okay though. This is tough. I think it's been probably 10 years that I have been wanting to share the things that I'm really passionate about, more so than just car detailing and business and car detailing. Some of the best times I have had detailing cars, I have not been getting paid what I would say now is an appropriate amount. As I've spent probably close to 15 years detailing cars, there's definitely something about it that keeps me going that I don't know really how to explain or describe. I think a lot of detailers will enjoy the process. They also love cars. I find myself not a super car fanatic, mainly because it's a material item, and while while it's good to enjoy your money and the things that you can buy, owning one of those cars or even looking at the path required to purchase or lease or really have the free cash flow to own a car. I mean, it's just like any car thing. It just takes a tremendous amount of time and money. And I think that's one of the things about detailing that I have really found a passion and kind of a niche for is connecting with people beyond just the detailing aspect. Really finding something that is worth talking about. I mean, the detail is just, it's going to be what it is. You're going to need to detail your car, wash it, clean it, whatever you want to call it. We detail. I'm a professional detailer by trade. By passion, I really, really enjoy the business side and the opportunities that I can put in place for myself. And the only person that can mess it up is me, and that's also a great feeling. It's almost like an accountability or a kind of like a check and balance. We all put a lot of stress on our work lives to produce and to create stuff that people will want to buy. And it's it's been interesting in my 15 years or so of detailing cars, understanding how to find that happy medium with the people that I work with, that I work for, or who hire me, whatever you want to call it, um, while still enjoying my life, but also passionately appreciating their car, which they've entrusted me to transform. And that's anywhere from $100 to $5,000, $10,000. So what it boils down to is the experience that we go out to try and create for a consumer as a business most of the time is geared around generating revenue. And generating revenue is what keeps businesses in business. Without sales, without money, there's no business. But without personality, without relationships, without the connection with the people that actually spend the money, it's pretty boring. Um, Business is boring. You create a system to repeat a process over and over again to generate sales revenue to satisfy the consumer need. Um, we also have to satisfy the need of the business, and that's where it starts to get a little tricky when you're in a business like auto detailing, where the better you get, the more you can charge, and the harder it is to find someone that can help you, or that you can train, or that um, you can give the keys over to from your client that you've worked for 15 years to get towards. Um, you're the guy. You're it. You can't hire someone to do a $5,000 detailing job. You can, and I think it's starting to lean that way and kind of pick up momentum. But what I'm also beginning to see is uh, a lot of resistance to scale, because people are waking up to the fact that happiness is tantamount to revenue. It's so much more important than the money. All we can do is distract ourselves with making the money, and that's fucked up. I believe that there's a point in every business, in every creative endeavor, that the person that started the business begins to take on roles that they weren't necessarily anticipating having to do. And that's where animosity towards your business, or maybe um, unhappiness, start to really set in, because you start doing shit that you don't want to do every day. Even though you love what you're doing, there's just little things about it that really start to eat away at the fiber of your being. Um, Now, remember, I'm a creative, I'm an artist, I'm a musician, um, I'm a dad. I love cars. I love working with my hands. I love people. I love the joy people get, even just talking to me. I haven't even touched their car and they get excited. I think that's something that's really unique, that takes a lot of time to learn how to do. Um, what's taken me the most time to learn how to do is to say no, and to look at what we are doing here as a collective, and as a collective society, and say, is this really my role? Is this what I want to do? Is this what I am? Is this who I am? And I think a lot of the times the answer will be, yeah, it is what I want to do. But I think it's the answer which has just been told over and over again when you ask yourself, is this really what I want to be doing? Um, First off, I'm not really enjoying detailing anymore. There's certain aspects of it that I really like. It's boring. It's pretty lucrative, but it's boring. It's pretty repetitive. The times when I find the most enjoyment and when it's not boring is usually when I'm going way above and beyond. Usually it's like I'm starting to take a car apart that even I know the owner doesn't want to pay to have it dismantled, but it's part of the job. It's fun. Um, Building shit and taking it apart and then putting it back together. I mean, we go in and we clean while we're doing it, but there's still a process, and there's still something more about that than is your traditional auto detailing. Um, this video isn't for anybody in particular. I don't even know if anybody's gonna watch it. I'll post it out there. I'll see what happens. But why I'm doing this is to break the ice and try and set myself up for the next step, the pivot, putting it out there. I watched I watched a funny video clip about Gary Vee talking about just being fucking happy. And I say fucking happy because we spend so much time working, we forget to be fucking happy. And I think it really starts to eat at the core of what we are doing when we're just going through the motions. We're just making the money. We're picking up the jobs. We're making the money. We're doing it. We're sucking it up. We're coming home. We're doing our shit. But at the end of it, like, what are you actually furthering in your own life? What are you doing while you're going through this daily process that's allowing you to shift gears and hone in on the things that are really going to be important to you in the next 5 or 10 years? I'm 32. I started my detailing business when I was 16. That's a long time. That's also a long. That's also a long period of years that I have been able to kind of see where I really like things and where I really don't. And I know that I know that it's like a true feeling. It's not just, oh, it's the fall season kicking in. It's like, no, there's certain things that I encounter certain times a year when I get there that I want to be more artistic. I want to be more fluid, and money and the American dream and the way we have to play into the system really doesn't lend itself to taking your time and doing what you need to do to make sure you're staying healthy up here. Um, we're all on a yes basis. Yes, we'll do it. Yes, 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 yes. Work 9 to 5. You get this like little window at the beginning of the day, and at the end of the day, where you have to reconcile everything. And chances are you're reconciling things that had nothing to do with the last 8 hours of your life. And again, that shit fucking sucks. That's why people start their own business. That's why people fucking sell anything they possibly can so that they don't have to clock in like that. And I think it's really hard to break free of that old school mentality as we're shifting into more of the digital world and into the world where things are a lot easier to start, where things are a lot easier to gain momentum and gain eyeballs and gain traction, versus 10, 20, 30 years ago. um, there's a lot more to enjoy. I think because we've been shown through having our phone right here that we can really find something that makes us happy almost instantly. And that instant gratification is a blessing and a curse. And I think I might be getting on a tangent here. So I'll kind of try and bring it back. But making making that like commitment to doing something without thinking how it's going to affect who you are as a human being who has one you get one chance here. Not one chance at your business. You 100 years. It really makes you need to ask yourself, am I happy? I'm not happy. I can be happy once I'm in it. Once I'm there, I'm happy to be there. We're all happy to be there once we get there. But it's about being happy while you're getting there. Right? If we're all working every day for 8 hours, give or take, maybe 6, maybe 10, maybe 15, maybe 5. But if we're all working like that every day and we don't try and create happiness within that daily process, we're really losing a lot of opportunity to become who we want to be. I think there's some benefit to being a a YouTube sensation or make money on your Instagram posts. But there's also something incredibly freeing about it that I don't know about. I have one subscriber, me. I'm making this video for me, and hopefully someone else will enjoy it too. Um, we have to enjoy the process. Fuck. That's all it is. It's all a process. It's like whatever the saying, there is no end. It's the journey. Reaching a goal isn't like work, 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 and then this fucking goal pops out of nowhere. I mean, it kind of is. But that reaching of the goal may literally just be an instant. I don't know about you, but if it takes that long to reach some of our goals, shouldn't it be really important to enjoy the fucking ride while we're getting to our goal? Which makes you question where your goals are. Abso-fucking-lutely. You need to question where your goals are to make sure that you're not setting yourself up to do something you hate. Or to do something even worse that takes you away from things that you can't get back. I made a I made a really hard commitment. And I say hard like I'm not committing hard, but it I had to commit to decrease my business. So that I could increase my presence in my life. 3 years ago, our daughter was born in October, and I knew. Hold on. Our daughter was born in October of 2016. It's been 3 years. And I knew at that moment that I was never I was never going to be more interested in my business than I would be for our daughter, Ariana. This is hard to share. I think this is part of the. I think this is part of the process. It's finding something greater than yourself to commit your life to in order to realize that you need to be happy. I don't believe in God, but I believe that we are our creators. We were put here to be happy. And most of us walk blindly through life, miserable. Even the happiest looking people might be miserable. I don't know what that means, but I know that if money is the only thing preventing me from being happy, and I'm not saying lack of money, I'm saying if money is coming in between if money is coming between true happiness and whatever the fuck everybody else is wasting their time doing, then I'll walk around. I don't want to have to deal with fucking money. It's a fucking drag. There's a reason why people are fucking in poverty, because it's a fucking motherfucker to make money. It's not easy. Anything over minimum wage requires an incredible amount of brain power. And even at that point, you're still just kind of scraping above the rest of the pack, and you're still working 1,440 hours a fucking year. Hold on, let me do some math really quick. Let me pull up my calculator here. See, 8 hours a day times 5 days a week times 50 weeks. I'm sorry, 2,000 hours. Let's just multiply those 2,000 hours by above minimum wage after taxes. That's like 2,000 times, say, $15. That's what everybody's fighting for, right? $15 an hour. That's $30,000. What the fuck are you gonna do with $30,000 fucking dollars a year these days? Nothing. You can barely fucking pay your rent with $30,000 fucking dollars. Much less find something that you're fucking happy about. And that's the fucking problem. There's a reason I set out when I did to create my own money. Because I knew that the one job that I had that I got fired from for some stupid shit, I gave my all. Above and beyond, the whole 9 yards. Hotel, 5-star hotel, room service, back service, waits, all that shit. The food and banquet. And I made like $9 an hour. I was 16 years old. That was the last job I ever clocked into. Why? Because it fucking sucked. And the way I was treated when I got fired for, believe it or not, changing into my work clothes in a community area, like an employee break room. I didn't even change clothes in front of somebody. It was like around the corner, right? This is 16 years ago, and I still remember it. I still remember the HR lady who happened to live behind me, who I literally grew up around the street from, asked me, "Would you change in the hallway at your school?" And my reply was, "I'm in band. We do it every Friday. What's the big deal?" And they fired me. So, I knew that corporate wasn't gonna work. I didn't shoot him the bird. That's how I felt, though. And we live out in Austin. It's no secret. I think weed is almost legal in almost the entire country. I started detailing cars so that I could enjoy doing whatever I wanted to do. I didn't want to have a $9 to $10 an hour paycheck uh, determine what made me happy or determine what I could do. I mean, it was already a losing battle walking into that hotel because I knew that I was not built for clocking in. My dad is uh, he's a custom woodworker, cabinet maker, doors, cabinetry, curved things, anything that requires a tremendous amount of skill in woodworking in your hands. That's what I grew up around. Um, and his father, my grandfather, was an immigrant from Greece. He immigrated into New York City in 1945, 6. Um, and he was a cab driver for 25, 26 years. And that's a long time. So when I was young, starting to learn how to earn money, there were times that I would be really kind of like I would almost be overly enthusiastic, like I wanted to get a job way too young. And so I did. I mowed lawns like everybody did. I picked weeds, uh, $5 an hour, stupid stuff like that when you're like 13 years old. But it was money. It was understanding what was happening. Um, Mowing lawns though was really where I began to understand the uh, opportunity of owning your own business and working for yourself and working for people that appreciate what you do. um, my dad took me to one of his clients' houses and he said, Nathan, Lynn has the biggest yard you've ever seen. All right. And I was young, so it was pretty big. She had like right on the lake, super long piece of property, rolling hills, all that stuff. And I had a push mower. And I had been $6 an hour to mow lawns and whatnot. Well, when we got there, or before we got there, he said, Nathan, give a price or guess how many hours it's going to take or tell her how much you charge. Why don't you look at the yard and make an estimate of how long it's going to take you and then give her a price? And I was like, what? So you want me to guess how long it's going to take me and then multiply that times $5 an hour, or